Division is all about isolating problems. In order for us to identify problems, the division is dividing into categories is something necessary. When every ecosystem we can identify where we are thriving, we are in perfect harmony, and we're experiencing a little bit of problems and the dying sector. If we observe and pay attention, we can easily identify these things because the growth is a part of natural ecosystem. It is true for all of the species and the plant life. If we try to observe without making a lot of assumptions and judgments, we are to be able to prioritize the areas that is really vital part of our existence. When it comes to the animal kingdom, they always have their cycle of life. They pick and choose the strongest, most vibrant, rightfully so, who is going to carry uh, the uh, the strength, growth, and perfection forward. It seemed to be a good lesson for all of us. When it comes to our human species, we always try to narrow down our history, thinking we are an enslaved race, we are here a science experiment, or people. We are trying to be harvested, our energy harvesting by the external forces. Um, it appears to be making sense, but because of our intuition, because of our connection to the higher self, we know that uh, our will for survival, along with all the other species, are strong. We have complicated needs, the spiritual, emotional, physical, financial, all of these things come into factor. When you are focusing on all these important decision makings, you have to stay connected, and you have to be able to make the decisions that's going to bring us forward, because health and vitality is the most important factor of healthy human community. When just because at times we aren't paying attention, doesn't mean they aren't paying attention. And who are they? The ones are designed to consume us in every sector. This is how we navigate life. This is how we try to make it uh, effortless for our growth and awareness, because we process information accurately, because we're connected, we have a purpose. It's the growth. And when it comes to our health and well-being, there is really no room for any kind of mistakes, because once we destroy our mind, body, spirit, vessel, our temple, there is a dire consequences. We are either going to be a thriving ecosystem, or we're struggling, or we are dying ecosystem. We have to have that personal responsibility to make a judgment call when it comes to decision makings. What happened a few years ago is a perfect example. Um, the uh, the experiments that was done to us, because of our lack of awareness. Once again, we were divided, but the isolation really is necessary to weed out what is not thriving, and promote the growth. This is more like a cosmic law, because the nature always clean up and eliminate what is no longer necessary. It happened in my garden, it happens everywhere, and it could be true for our existence. How do we have conversations with people? For example, I have conversations with people from my past, very far away, extremely remote places. They have awareness about their physical body. um, we don't promote these kind of conversations with them, because we like to have the personal dialogue, the personal stories. But they would say, um, we thought we were doing the right thing, but we never had any of these issues in our physical body. We hardly ever went to the medical centers. We took care of our health and well-being because we know how to maintain our health. But ever since that incident with the experiments, jabs, we notice a huge difference in our health. We have swollen legs, we have vision problems, we are struggling a bit, we feel our hair is falling. All of these things happen shortly after um, the our exposure to these things. Nevertheless, we were really doing the right thing, because it was promoted, it was set up so that we had to participate. Although we have choice, we didn't really have to. We were courteous. So these people would have this kind of judgment. Elsewhere, my here place, um, high society, the most advanced societies, people are still struggling and making excuses. Well, we don't know. It's a normal part of aging. Hard to tell. So we are making excuses when it comes to our health. These are examples what we're facing, because we weren't really in tune with our mind, body, spirit vessel. Even if we feel iffy, we feel obligated to stand for something that is unknown. It's not an informed consent. It wasn't educated um, thing. Is was not respecting the integrity of your vessel, or lack of awareness the importance of your vessel. So all of these factors came to decision making, and some of us didn't really hesitate for a second to uh, exploit our body, mind, spirit vessel, and we volunteer, because we are trusting the external systems to maintain our health and well-being. Circumstances are always there to support our decision makings. Whether it's the right one, whether it's a wrong one, we will always find evidence to support our decision making that is based on our own awareness, based on our own understanding. This is how we make decisions. Uh, it doesn't mean it's the right one. It doesn't mean it's the wrong one. When it comes to our political decisions, are the same thing. We are so quick to be divided. We don't even know what is really good for us. We are rely on external forces once again. We are not letting or allowing our gut feeling, our logical, practical, critical thinking to support and aid us for appropriate decision making, because we are so manipulated, because we are so misled and corrupted. We don't hesitate to destroy our well-being because of the external infrastructure, the way it's set up. We are not um, in, in the external, the tree of life is always enjoy the fruits but have awareness about the roots. This is the most important thing, because um, the the ones who are enjoying the nectars of the tree of life is already planting for this next generation, next cycle. So there is involuntarily a growth happening there with the tree of life, because we have awareness, the roots and the fruits. We have awareness, and we know the link in between and the importance. We have to, as a human species, one of these areas we have to prioritize now. If you expose your youth, your younger generations to these kind of uninformed, ill-informed decision making, because it was easier for us to do, then we are not really guaranteed this is going to promote growth and protect the vitality and the strength of our species. Because we are focusing elsewhere, we are making decisions to support our level of understanding. Now, we can all identify very easily what is thriving community, what is struggling community of our human species ecosystem, and ones who are dying, barely hanging on. We can easily identify these groups, and but are we is still struggling to prioritize, is still struggling to prioritize what is really promoting our growth. It is another way of thinking, because we are all trying to um, um, survive. The strongest, most vibrant, most connected, most healthiest is going to be the ones who bring our human species a survival rate and growth of our species. This is where we make important decisions. This is how we eliminate. Like I said, just because we aren't paying attention, just because we aren't prioritizing, doesn't mean they aren't paying attention. Who are they? The ones who consume us. And every sector is designed by design, there to hinder our growth, humiliate our existence, and prevent us. Because if someone is harvesting our energy, they are not interested in your strength and your growth. They want to keep you, maintain you, barely hanging on, so that their mission is accomplished. This is how we narrow down information. For me anyways, this is how I do it. Finances are the same thing. When I come to our financial things, although it's superficial and external agents that's set up to measure value, what really happening is taking our time, taking our precious time, our well-being, and leading us into a dead end once again. So we are responsible to narrow these things down and make appropriate decisions. Look at the people who are leading us, like our boss we had before. When all of these things were taking place, they're nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, because of our decision makings, we can't rule out, because we don't know for sure, but all we know is we're struggling with our health and well-being, and we still have to function as usual, with this another layer of discomfort and pain body. meanwhile, the person who guided us through, we follow blindly. They're somewhere, Mr. Fancy Socks, people kind, maybe romancing, already malfunctioned superstar. Like we seen the ice falling out. Uh, this is a comedy show, right? And it's another level of humiliation. But on the surface, we are keeping up with the celebrity gossip. But what is really underlying a message there is a laughing stock. We are humiliated. We are taken advantage of our ignorance. These things need to uh, uh, be aware of, because our decision makings are based on external follow science, but what really need to happen is follow our intuition and our guidance. If we done these things over time and make correct decisions to support your life, support enhance your mind, body, spirit well-being, because you've taken time to heal a little bit and release a little bit of toxicity. um, the best decision always come, and is effortless, and is not something that we could feel iffy, maybe get influenced, maybe it's the right thing, because we have already sold out our grandmas. We've already uh, segregated ourselves against our friends, our neighbors, everything of value. We shown our uh, truth, lack of our um, paying attention. We've seen that very clearly. Uh, it's hard to say, it's painful to say, but it's the accurate thing. But for example, I just want to um, leave this kind of observation I had, because when you're empathic souls, you have really hard time boundaries, saying no, especially once you work in healthcare. We know we taken on so much more than we should or require for us to take in, because we don't want to upset the ecosystem by refusing, because you understand their struggles and how far they have come, all the pain body they're carrying. We know so much more than on the surface, but we have that awareness, so we struggle to create these boundaries. We struggle to say no. Somebody can say it's the people pleasing, but it's really it's not really that shallow. It's having awareness into people's pain body, trauma body, and trying to nurture it a little bit, because it's easier for you, but it's also easier for them. It doesn't mean it's the right thing, because uh, all you have to do is a little shake up and all the leaves will fall down just like that. But because we are human species, because we like that little bit of kinder support, a little bit of compassion and empathy, we have these decision makings and refusal, and drawing that line, because we don't like the pain body discomfort. But because of what happened, it becomes so much easier for these empathic souls like myself to uh, draw the extreme boundaries, because we've seen the true face of what is really happening, where everyone was at. So I think it was a necessary shakeup, but whether we lined up with growth and vibrancy, or if we are choosing to die slowly or slow death, extreme discomfort, is very clear to us. And how the human race continue to move forward is the universe, the systems, the ecosystems. They've already selected the strongest, and the ones who've done the work, who's done some releasing of own pain body, trauma body, heavy load. So it's different ways of thinking, but I think it's all necessary for us to be awake a little bit more, even in the political culture. We really don't know. We are so hung up on the division and arguing and all the banter amongst the human groups, but they aren't like that. They have a clear plan. They have clear knowledge and understanding as to our weakness, so much more than being aware of our own weakness. This is how we navigate these difficult, challenging political culture. Even if we have a leader like Mr. T, um, shake up everything, and maybe already enslaved a human race could maybe be in like a sanctuary because of the necessary infrastructure is being built, or areas that really need to eliminate and fix is well on its way. So um, even that, we really don't have awareness to pick which one is correct, which one have our best interest, which one makes it making sense. We don't have these kind of awareness. We are bickering and bantering, wasting very valuable time with these so-called um, entertainment mainstream system. Uh, One of the things also about healthy growth and vibrancy is that our ability to see agendas very clearly. They have done this agenda in promoting, manipulating, misleading with mainstream stories like the pandemic, and now or forever we have these global warming discussions, which is also highly promoted by this Mr. Fancy Sock people kind. He's nowhere to be found now. It's not because we want them to fail, but we have a very clear understanding when we're taking for a ride. If we are so highly concerned about it, we shouldn't be asking people to pay up more money for existence. That is a sucking the life out of barely existing human collective consciousness. So we can see this very clearly. Agendas in the mainstream, I can see they have a board meetings now. What is the message they're trying to manipulate us with again is global warming. So the gals and the boys, they are already working towards how hot it is, how difference they make feel, because they were already asked to promote these kind of gaslighting and humiliation rituals once again. And because we are connected to the source, we are guiding our life with the connected space. We can very easily identify these things. We know where they're turning the wheels. We know they're highly promoting something. It's really they're happening parallel to us because it's the idea is to wake up and use our knowledge, use our wisdom, use our connection to the source, and make a judgment call, and be scared or thrive from within our natural ecosystem, because it's going to take care of itself. We don't need to interfere. The highly if this is the case, we shouldn't be making any kind of business deals or investments or building something new, digging the ground. We should be all focusing on that, but this is not accurate in the ground level, because we are heavily participating on all kinds of development, all kinds of changes, instead of maintaining what we already have because of this environmental emergencies coming up. But it's really the whole idea of all of these things, us have awareness, figure out what is really going to benefit us and enhance our growth and well-being, how we can maintain our health and well-being. How can we free from these enslavement systems? This is how we narrow down that things need to be eliminated and clean from our systems, and pick on habits like fueling our vessel, our temple appropriately, because it is what carry us forward. So this is how we become awakened, strong, thriving human ecosystems. Thank you.